I've got a big favor to ask you guys, and that's to never stop playing Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies, because I'm 100% convinced of two things. We are never going to get custom zombies ever again, and the fact that I'm pretty sure that Black Ops 3 still being alive pisses off Activision. Now, I think it's no secret to absolutely anybody who's ever played a Call of Duty game before, but Activision really loves money. I mean, like an unhealthy amount of money loving, and Black Ops 3 Zombies is something that they never really accounted for staying alive as long as it did. Sure, absolutely with World at War, they released custom mod tools, but that didn't really take off the way that Black Ops 3's had. Because back in 2009, when the World at War custom map tools were released, a lot of people really weren't playing zombies, or specifically Call of Duty in general, on PC. There was maybe a couple thousand players at most, even on launch day. It just wasn't something that Call of Duty was ever really catering towards up until a couple of years ago. And in order to install like any of those mods, you had to do some of the wackiest shit possible. You had to install them from third-party websites, and then you had to extract the files and then put them into your game files, and it was really sketchy, and probably a ton of people ended up getting viruses because of that. With the Black Ops 3 tools though, all you have to do is literally just be on PC, go into the Steam Workshop, and you can find and download and play any map you want within a couple of seconds. It is super accessible to basically anybody who's even capable of running the game. Plus, believe it or not, we are now on the 8th year of having Black Ops 3 custom mod tools. Yeah, they released in 2016, which is kind of crazy, and BO3 did get off to a really slow start. For I would say probably the first 5 or so years, a lot of the maps and mods were just kinda shit. Nowadays though, in 2024, I would really say that people are starting to get their rhythm with this whole thing. There's a lot of great maps that are coming out basically every week, and a lot of the modders are only getting more experienced and knowing what to do with these maps. I would say that they're getting better than ever by the day. Why is this pissing off Activision though? Like I said, I think it all comes back to money. Sure, if you're playing Black Ops 3 on PC, then you probably bought it. But Activision really doesn't want people playing their older games. They want you to go play Modern Warfare 3. They want you to go play whatever's coming in 2024, whether that's Gulf War or whatever the final name ends up being. The reason for that, I think, is really simple, and that comes down to bundles, that comes down to microtransactions, and that comes down to numbers on a spreadsheet that the old games don't really account for. Sure, absolutely, Black Ops 3 does have supply drops, and yes, it does have liquid divinium. If you're playing on PC though, you can just circumvent all of that. You can mod in literally anything that you want. I have 120,000 liquid divinium on my main PC account. I'm never in my life going to buy liquid divinium again, and if I just wanted all of the shit that was on multiplayer, then I could just get it from a mod. And for every person that's not going and playing these new games like Modern Warfare 3 because they can get just as much content, if not more, that they're actually going to want to play on Black Ops 3, then that means that they're not making any money. Your purchase of Black Ops 3 8 years ago or whatever it is not equatable to you buying a new COD every single year. That fact, I guarantee you, pisses off Activision, and honestly, I think as a result of it, we're just straight up never going to get custom mod tools again. There's also another reason, but I'll go into that in a minute, but custom mod tools absolutely circumvent their entire business model. Even with Activision being bought up by Microsoft, I just don't ever see that changing. Like, honestly, it's just a bad business move for them to release custom mod tools. Plus, there's all the technical difficulties of it. They don't make any money back from those mod tools being in the game. You don't have to pay for them. Those are free, and that costs a lot of money and a lot of development time for Treyarch or whoever actually decides to make them just to add them into the game. It takes a ton of work. So from that business perspective, which we all know that Activision only gives a shit about, why would they ever bother to put out custom tools again when they could just have those developers work on something else, like putting in bundles, or I don't know, maybe not having your game constantly crash, or not resetting everybody's accounts like happened a couple days ago. Because that's the absolute sad reality of the games industry currently. There's no reason for game developers to do anything that actually benefits you in the long run. The reason Black Ops 3 Customs is staying alive is purely because of the community and Treyarch's one-time willingness to give us the ways to do that. Even beyond that, think about how bad the cheating situation is in Call of Duty right now. Now imagine how much worse it would be if all of those people that were making cheats or wanted to cheat just were given the tools to be able to do that. In order to have custom mod creation, you need to be able to give them all of the source files for everything in the game. Giving these cheat creation companies a way to be able to get into the files without having to crack it or go through any sort of encryption would just be exceptionally fucking stupid. You think that the cheating is bad now? it would get 50, 100, 200 times worse overnight, especially because there is huge money involved. Some of the biggest cheat engine creators are making $50 million to $100 million a year just off of Call of Duty. And imagine the content creators as well, or the competitive scene. Think about it that way. Every live streamer in the world is constantly getting accused of being a cheater anyway, so what happens when they have the ways to be able to cheat properly and probably be able to get around it much easier than they do now? And because of everything that I just said, I think that custom tools are off the table forever from Activision, and the best way that you can combat that is just to keep Black Ops 3 alive. If you really want to, go watch YouTube videos about custom zombies. Go support the custom map creators. Keep Black Ops 3 as relevant as you could possibly keep it, because every single person who logs onto the game is pissing off Activision, and they're keeping this community creation alive. In its simplest terms, I'm playing a fucking Rainbow Road custom map from like 2018, I think this was created, in 2024 for absolutely free, and I'm having probably more of a fun time than I will ever have downloading MW3. Sure, did I pay for the game? Yeah, in 2016, but since then I've gotten thousands of hours of enjoyment out of just playing this dumb shit. Even if I'm not just playing customs, even if I'm playing the regular Black Ops 3 maps, I'm still getting a lot of enjoyment out of them, and I didn't pay any money for it after like, 7 years ago. And if you want to support me as well, there's a couple things that you can do. Liking the video would be really appreciated, and subscribing. I'm trying to speedrun my way to 2,500 subs on this channel, so hey, we're about 110 away. I'm definitely sure that you guys can do that with this video. And to feed the algorithm, just comment your favorite custom zombies map ever made. It could be on World of War, it could be on Black Ops 3, doesn't really matter. What's the coolest or most fun map that you have ever seen or played? But the boomer is done ranting for today. I hope you guys did enjoy. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.